Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we are all fine. I hope and pray that we all ended our month of April very well. I hope that we were able to achieve quite a number of big results on our set targets. I want to start by congratulating everyone for their great performance for last month. It was really, really an amazing performance. As you can see on the groups, last month, we developed a brand new director, and then we developed two new Emerald directors, a number of managers, a number of senior managers, one executive manager, and we also were able to develop a brand new one Ruby director who was actually supposed to be our guest speaker today, but due to unavoidable circumstances, he will be teaching us on Saturday. So Saturday, that's when our brand new one Ruby director will be actually sharing with us his success journey on how he got started and how the journey has so far been. So as I had earlier promised, we will be doing a series on approach. Last Wednesday, we spoke about approach. How do we approach new people to someone who has just gotten started into the business? How do you start speaking to people about your business? How do you introduce this business opportunity to the people that you know? How do you introduce these amazing products to the people that you know? And if I could just do a small recap, on how this is done, in case you didn't attend last week's meetings. This is what we talked about. I was telling you, first and foremost, when you get started into the business, you need to generate what we call a name list. And out of this name list, a name list is basically a book where you write down all the people that you know. You simply transfer the names from your phone into a book. And after you have been able to write down all these names, you are supposed to go ahead and generate what we call a hot list. Now, a hot list are those people that you know, that you're close to, that you're sure that if you introduce this person to these products, if you introduce this person to this amazing business opportunity, they are most likely to say yes. So after you have generated a name list, you go ahead and generate what we call a hot list. And after you have generated a hot list, you are supposed to go ahead and contact these people and make appointments. And when you are contacting these people to generate appointments, here are some of the things, some of the do's and don'ts. On the don'ts, you're not supposed to mention a company name. You're not supposed to go ahead and kind of like do a training. You're not supposed to go ahead and answer so many questions. I often see distributors who call their prospects and say, "Hi, Justus, how are you? This is MUHUMUZA. I have joined a company called New Life. We have very good products like healthcare products. We have cleaning products. I like to meet you and we discuss about them." I have seen so many new distributors who make these mistakes. And because of this kind of mistakes, you find the outcomes are not always positive. And as a result, because of this distributor getting so many no's, they end up being frustrated, and then the business becomes stressing. So the some of the do's, some of the don'ts are when you have generated a name list and you've generated a hot list. Avoid talking about the products, avoid talking about the company name, avoid doing a presentation on the phone. And why the other reason as to why you need to avoid these things is because you do not even have experience yet to actually present and close someone on the phone. Now, this is how you can actually go ahead and do it. And of course, also, I always love telling people that when you're doing these things, just master the principles and then be a bit creative. You don't have to use exactly the words that I'm going to say. So after you have generated a hot, let's say Justus is one of the people that is on your hot list. Give them a call and say, hello, Justus. This is MUHUMUZA. I have started a business. Okay, let me rephrase it again. Hello, Justus. This is MUHUMUZA. I have a business that I would want to share with you. It's a business that you can do part-time for extra income. Would you be interested? Can we meet and we talk about it? Of course, normally when you mention that statement, the next question from this prospect is always, what is the business all about? Can you give me a hint? And you tell them, normally how we respond to that, I always tell them, that's exactly why I need us to meet so that we can talk about it. I may not be able to explain much on the phone, but I need us to meet. It will take us about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then we can conclude. I believe this is something that can actually turn your life around. I hope that message is clear. Hello, Justus. There's the business that I'm doing that I need us to meet and talk about. It's a business that you can do part-time for additional income. It's a business that I believe that can be able to improve your finances. Can we meet and talk about it? Hello, Justus. I have started a business. It's a business that you can do part-time for additional income or for extra income. Or hello, Justus. If I showed you a business that you can do part-time for extra income, would you be interested? Can we meet and talk about it? So that's the kind of message that I normally phrase for people so that I can be able to meet them and we actually discuss on how to get them started in the business. Now, that is for the business side. Now, there are also people, sometimes when I get recommendations, because normally when I present to a prospect, I always want to ask them if there's anyone that they know that they could actually recommend to me that I could actually work with. So normally when they give me recommendations, let's say they've recommended, Justus has recommended Susan. I will call Susan and say, hi, Susan, my name is MUHUMUZA. I got your number from Justus. He says you're a very hardworking person and you're someone that I could actually work with. There is a business that I'm doing. It's a business that you can do part-time for additional income. Would you be interested in such kind of an idea? Can we meet and we discuss about it? Now, that is for people who have been recommended to me. Let's say I have a prospect, I've talked to them, and they have been able to give me a number of someone that they think that I can work with. Hello, Susan. My name is Justus. I got your number from MUHUMUZA, and he said that the very hardworking, committed person. I would like to introduce to you a business that you can do part-time for extra income. Can we meet and talk about it? When can you make time? Now, that is to deal with the products, with a business. Now, how about when it comes to products? How can you create an appointment for products? Now, normally when you're creating an appointment for products, first and foremost, one thing I always want to recommend that it's important to have an idea or have a hint on the person that you're going to be calling to create an appointment in regards to products. Maybe they are a farmer and you're calling them on purposes of Supergrow. Maybe they have ulcers. Maybe they have pressure. Maybe they have diabetes, you know? So normally when you are trying to create an appointment for someone in regards to products, it's important to have a hint. It's important to have a hint. Sometimes I love to say, know your customer, you know? I'll give you an example. I am working with a gentleman who was actually recommended to me, and he was recommended to me by someone, and this person actually has been undergoing treatment for cancer, chemotherapy. So now he's just done. So now we are now on the nutrition bit and food supplements. So when I got his contact, I gave him a call. When I got this gentleman's contact, I gave him a call and I said, hello, Mr. Biaruhanga. My name is MUHUMUZA-2RD, and I am into nutrition. Your number was given to me by Mr. Dominic. He said that you've been undergoing treatment for cancer. And while I was sharing with him, he actually said that the information that I do and I offer in the field of nutrition could actually be of help to you as you're working towards recovering from cancer. So I like us to meet so that we can be able to exchange information, and I probably see how best I can help you during your recovery process. So that's how I actually contacted this gentleman. We met, we talked. So far, he's invested about 1.2 million shillings. Today, I gave him a call. I added him another bill of 1.65 million shillings, which is going to be paying on Monday. So that's how I made an appointment with him. I will repeat for those who may have missed up a point. So this gentleman, he was recommended to me by one of the people I was speaking to about these products. And he told me that this gentleman is recovering from cancer. He's trying to recover from cancer. He's been undergoing treatment. So meanwhile, I was asking quite a number of questions to this gentleman who recommended him because I wanted some bit of information so that I could contact him. I could use that as a point of reference for me to make an appointment. So I called this gentleman and says, hello, Mr. Biaruhanga. My name is Justus. I got your number from Dominic, and I am into nutrition. I spend my time teaching people on how to prevent chronic diseases. And in case they already have, I also offer to them solutions and help them to recover from whatever they are going through. So Mr. Dominic told me that you've been undergoing treatment for cancer. So I request for an appointment so that we meet and we discuss about it. Perhaps we could see how best to help you. And then I gave him directions to the office and he came. So far, he invested 1.25. His next investment is on Monday. He's investing 1.65 million shillings. Now, like I said, I'm just giving you the fundamentals or the principles or the basics on how to call. So in your own creativity, find a way how to frame it. So as you can hear, I've not mentioned the products. I've still not mentioned the company name. Why do I do that? Because I want to prevent people asking me so many questions on the phone. That's number one. Number two, I also don't want to look like I have products that I'm selling. I don't want to look like a salesperson, because every single time you look like a salesperson, then people are going to avoid you. Let's say let's say one of my friends is a farmer, or let's say maybe I've been given a referral and the person is a farmer. I will call and say, "Hi, Susan, how are you? My name is MUHUMUZA-2RD. And I work with farmers and help them to overcome the challenges that farmers meet as the challenges that farmers meet during their practice." So while discussing with MUHUMUZA, he told me that you're a very serious farmer. So I'm kindly requesting for an appointment so that we can actually meet, share information and ideas, and see how best to improve your agricultural projects. So still you can see, I am calling in as someone who has valuable information and valuable help that I want to extend to you so that I can be able to improve the quality of your projects, so that I can be able to improve the quality of your health and life. So I am speaking like a consultant. I am speaking like someone who has valuable information that you need. Let's say I am calling a friend who has ulcers, or let's say I am calling a number that has been referred to me and someone else ulcers. I'll still be like, "Hello, Betty, how are you? My name is MUHUMUZA, and I am into nutrition. I was given your number by Susan, and she says you've been battling with the challenge of ulcers. I like to meet you so that we can exchange information and probably see how I can give you help to overcome the challenge that you've been undergoing. Could we meet and we have a discussion about it?" Normally with this approach, I can say normally with this approach, personally, I can say the feedback has really been excellent with this kind of approach. The feedback has been excellent. In most cases, people have given me the appointments, or in most cases, sometimes you find someone is unable to make it. He's very interested, though he is unable to make it now, but then they can be able to make it for the what? In future. Let's say the appointment is for skincare products. I'll be like, hi, hello, Mary, how are you? This is Justus. I understand you've been struggling with issues to do with skin. I have a solution for you. I like us to meet and we discuss about it. I'm not talking about products. I'm not talking about, I don't want to look like a salesperson. I like to look like someone who has a solution to the problems that you may be having. So you can see how to work around this kind of information and see how best to package your information so that you can be able to create as many appointments as possible. So that on the don'ts, don't mention company name, don't mention products, don't look like you have a product you want to sell, don't sound like a salesperson. Be confident and look like you have something that you want to offer. Normally, when I'm inviting prospects, or I am creating appointments, I always have this mentality. Like, let's say I am inviting, I'm looking at making an appointment for a business appointment. I always invite with this attitude. You have a problem, you need money, and I am offering you money. So if you take it, it will help. If you don't take it, I'm not losing anything. It's you who has said no that has a problem that is actually going to do what? So when I'm inviting a business prospect, I invite with the mentality like, you have a problem, you need money, and I'm giving you money. Now, because I invite my people with that kind of attitude, I don't beg. I mean, at the end of the day, if you have a financial problem and I'm offering you money, if you don't come and take the money, who is losing? It's you that is losing. So when I'm inviting, I don't beg, I don't request. I just say, can you please make it? When can you make it? I don't give you so many options. I give you the kind of mentality that my time is so valuable. I don't even take so much time when I'm inviting. Normally, I give it a maximum of 1 minute. I don't take much time. I don't give it much time because I want to look like I'm actually doing you a favor to invite you to come and have a look at what I do. I mean, when you're inviting a business prospect, it's just like as if you're hoping someone to give them a job. Are you going to beg them? Are you going to request them? Not at all. I mean, you're giving someone a job. Why would you beg them? You are giving someone a gift. You are giving someone a business opportunity that could actually help them live a life of their dreams. So if they don't show up, you don't lose anything. It's them that are losing. So you don't beg them because it's them that are benefiting. When you're inviting someone for products, for a nutritional talk, speak with a mindset, with an attitude of a doctor. When you are sick and the doctor gives you an appointment to go and see them, They don't beg you. They don't request you. They give you an appointment to come and see them so that you can be able to save your life. And even when a doctor gives you a bill to save your life, you don't bargain. You don't cry. You have an upper hand, isn't it? So that's the kind, when we are inviting prospects for business, for products, that's the kind of pride we need to have. That's the kind of attitude and mentality we need to have. We have a gift. We have something special that we are offering to them. So we don't need to beg them. We don't need to request them. We need to speak with confidence. We need to speak with pride. If someone says they are not interested, it's okay. You could also ask him, do you have someone else who you think you can recommend for this offer? Always ask for a referral. Because I have, like I always mention, 99% of my business has all come from referrals. 99% of all my customers have all been referred to me. So always ask for referrals. Do you have anyone else that you can refer to me? Do you have anyone, any other hardworking person that you think this opportunity could work for? Always ask for referrals. Now, how do you get better at creating appointments? How do you become a better presenter? How do you become a better trainer? You become a better presenter by presenting. You become good at making appointments by making appointments. The more phone calls you make, the more experience you get, the more better you become. So we need to call as many people as possible so that we can learn, so that we can gain experience. With all this information that I'm sharing with you, I'm not even getting it from anywhere. I'm only sharing with you the things that I do. And I'm sharing them confidently because I have done them for a long time. I've been doing them. And even tomorrow when I wake up, those are the same things that I'm going to be doing. And those are the things that I'm doing that are actually making us a lot of money. So keep on practicing, because practice makes improvement. Every time you make phone calls to make appointments, you're becoming better and better. Every time you present, you're becoming better and better. Every time you follow up, you're becoming better and better. Every time you ask for referrals, you're becoming better and better. So let's get to work. I wish you the very best for the month of May. Dennis Tomoshabe, our brand new One Ruby director, has not been able to speak to us today. He is going to be speaking to us on Saturday at exactly 8 p.m. Let's invite massively. Let's be attending in person. Thank you so much.